Welcome back, everyone. Here to do another review of another piece of equipment we use in search and rescue during natural disasters and everyday use, keeping my pets and your pets safe. Today with me is Bruno. He came to do this review with me. And today we're going to be talking about searchlights, primarily the GoPro. It's the model 490055. So one of the big things we do in rescue is we search and rescue. So a lot of times we do night rescues, and we need to utilize lighting to better our search. Unfortunately, during hurricanes we get a lot of heavy wind, blowing rains, things of that nature. So we've tested quite a few lights in the field. One of the biggest problems we have is penetration of that light through dense fog, heavy rain, and blowing winds with rains. So that brings us to the GoPro. We have had the prior model, which is the Jesus Christ. Welcome back. We're here to do another review on some more equipment that we use during search and rescue and natural disasters. I got Bruno with me here. He is tagging along today to do the review on the Golight that we have. What Frank's Way Foundation does is we do search and rescue during natural disasters a little bit different than anyone else. We stick ourselves right in the path of destruction during the hurricane. We don't go in after. We don't wait for anyone. We take a very proactive approach to search and rescue for animals and their owners. So lighting is a big thing. All too often when we're in these situations, we are alone and by ourselves, meaning there is no backup, there is no fire, police, or EMS to come save us or aid us. So a lot of our equipment that I've been doing these reviews is to show you guys that they hold up to not only my standards, but the standards of multiple years of abuse during many Category 2 through Category 5 hurricanes. And these are the ones that haven't failed that we continue to use to this day. So this one is one that I have been using quite often. I've tried many of the competitors. This is a very unbiased review on just certain failure points that I've noticed. So we are doing the GoPro. It's the model 4055, and it is the LED version of their Wi-Fi remote control searchlight. So first thing I'll do is I'll show you the remote. This is the Wi-Fi version. There are two. You have the Wi-Fi version, which has this wireless remote, and then you have a wired version that has a joystick. Both lights come in a mounted fixed base or a magnetic suction cup base. So this one we utilize because we take this piece of equipment and we put it on our boat, we put it on the trucks, we have multiple vehicles we do that in. So proceeding forward, you have this button. Real easy to use, not too many buttons or features. It is water resistant. They don't advertise it's waterproof, but I have dropped it in the water and it has worked. Big rubber buttons, up, down, left, and right. Your on and off button, and a speed button. So when you're panning and tilting, you hit it once. It's a fast for a fast acquisition mode, or a slow for like a fine tuning, slow sweeping pattern. So rubberized sides, which is really good, especially our hands get very wet in the field and we don't want to be fumbling around with it. That brings us to the light. So again, we have the non-fixed mount. Reason being is, like I said, we put it on different vehicles. So the way this works is there's actually two bases in one. You press the button, slide it back. It's a very cumbersome thing. They don't want this thing moving. Excuse me, you release the suction cup mount, press this button in the back, and slide it off the base. So the way we have this set up is, I don't want to drill holes into the roof of my truck, or any of the trucks, but we do have holes in the boat, so let me set this aside. This has magnets on the bottom, very strong magnets. And it also has the bolt holes. It has 4 bolt holes to where you can quickly slide it in and slide it out. This thing weighs quite a bit. It's heavy. This alone in 160 mile an hour plus winds never came off of any of the vehicles, as long as it's a clean surface and it has good adhesion with the magnets. So Often we take it off. It is a piece of equipment that sticks up, so we don't want it to hit anything and break off, so we'll take it off, leave this mount, pop it back on. So brings us onto the light. Suction cup bottom. It has a lever here. You just flip it. See, it's already sticking to the table. It will not move. I prefer the magnetic mount or a solid mount. Like I said, what we do is very, very high winds, lots of flying debris, so I don't want to trust just the suction cup mount, but everyday use works completely fine. Has a carry handle on top. It does have some weight to it. GoPro did a really good job designing the weight to it to keep it stuck. This enclosure here is an aluminum polymer mix with a plastic casing. So this is where the LED version kind of stands out over the normal lamp version. I have noticed with these focusing beams on this one penetrates so much further than any other light that I've used, any searchlight. It's just amazing. A lot of times when police and law enforcement do finally show up, they often ask, what are we using? Because the beam is just so intense and it just cuts through everything. So this will pan and it'll rotate 360 degrees and it'll pan up and down, I believe 180 degrees. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that. Comes with more than enough cord and a auxiliary or cigarette lighter plug. It does pull 2-3 amps, which is kind of on the higher end as far as stuff goes. So not a problem on newer vehicles. You plug this in with a cell phone charger, stuff like that. But definitely if you plug this in with like a splitter and a handheld searchlight, definitely going to be blowing some fuses. So I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but this we've had about 2 years now. It's been through 6 or 8 hurricanes. It looks brand new. Even the labeling hasn't, it started to peel off, it hasn't came off, but I can't stress enough, the stuff that we use, it just gets such extremes to where a lot of these companies can't test. There really is no test for, hey, strictly hurricane or extreme high wind use. So all too often what happens with other lights that we use, even all the equipment we use, is under the high winds and the blowing winds, all these seals and stuff will start to fail, and you have water that'll come in them, or they'll start to haze over or condensate on the inside, and then ultimately it fails. This one, hands down, has not had any issues. It looks brand new, like I just pulled it out of the back box, other than the warning label starting to slowly peel off. So cannot complain with it at all. It's a really, really good piece of equipment. And it doesn't have to be just for hurricanes. You can use this for hunting. We have a small John boat we do search and rescue with. We put this on. Really, really good piece of equipment for that. So hunting, fishing, camping even, it's definitely something that I would look into getting. Police, law enforcement, EMS use different companies or brands. Some use GoPro. The military uses GoPro. Golight, excuse me. They all use that, but not all of them. But like I said, it's a drastic night and day difference between the light beam output of a Golight and a similar competitor. So with that being said, like it's a worthwhile investment. We have purchased to date probably about 6 different manufacturers searchlights, and they've all failed. This one we bought it once, and that was it. So we look forward to buying some more. To just a lot of the other trucks, we're gonna fix mount them as a permanent solution because they have held up. So once we get through our little testing and figure out that it's not gonna fail, then we'll do permanent mounting of all the other ones. So really, really good light. You could pick it up. You can use it as a handheld searchlight. Like I said, great quality, made in the USA. Awesome, awesome stuff. The motor's super quiet. There's probably a bunch more tech feature in this that Golight does, because I know they're pretty up to date with newer technologies and stuff like that. One thing I did want to add, this is a polycarbonate lens. So I've had a tree bounce off of this and not a scratch, dent, ding, nothing. So High quality stuff, really, really good. If you're looking for a good search spotlight, this is definitely one to check out. Great quality. So this is one of the cooler pieces of equipment we use because I'm real big on tech and stuff like that. And just watching this outperform is really, really cool. Like I said, what we do is so different from what normal search and rescue teams do. First off being, we do search and rescue primarily for animals, dogs, cats, pets, things of that nature and their families. The other thing we do is we take a very proactive approach to that by educating you, being in the areas way prior to the disaster happening, and from the day it hits, we're there doing work, morning, noon, nighttime. So check us out. Our website's www.frankswayfoundation.org. Tell us what you think in the comments. Like I said, out of all the videos, like and subscribe us if you like what we're doing. If not, then hopefully you learned something from this video. I'll be doing videos every day until we get through all of our equipment, just to show you guys what we use and what I feel will hold up for a lifetime of use and abuse at the best